Welcome back. You're watching Power Breakfast on CNBC-TV18. We now have our research team joining in with what the trade setup looks like, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and the action from the F&O space as well. Very good morning to all of you guys. The biggest cue, of course, is that it's a Friday and we are entering into a longer weekend. So let's enjoy that. But Hormaz, let me come to you. What is the market setup looking like today?
Well, the bulls would be hopeful that Thursday's gains continue as we head into the long weekend. But then there is a roadblock, and that roadblock is IT. And yesterday, after Accenture's earnings that came out, that would be the bigger roadblock for further gains on the IT index. But before that, some key levels to watch on the Nifty. First up will be yesterday's high of 22,080, which was where it encountered resistance and reversed a bit from that highest point of the day. That will be the first level to watch out for. On the downside, yesterday's low, first up 21,941 was yesterday's low, and then of course Wednesday's low of 21,710. Those are some key levels that you need to watch out for the Nifty. As we spoke of roadblocks, Accenture cutting its revenue growth guidance. The stock ended 9% lower overnight, and that had an impact on the US listed Indian companies as well. Infosys' ADR was down 4%, Wipro's ADR was down 2%, so we'll see if there is some negative spillover there as well. The Nifty IT index so far is down 4% this week, and this is its worst weekly performance since April of 2023. So IT will be a sore spot potentially in today's trading session. It'll be interesting to see that the losses, that any potential losses of IT is offset by banking stocks, because the Nifty Bank rebounded yesterday, snapping a 9-day losing streak. It finally respected that 46,300 support and then rebounded from those levels. And from there on this week now, both the Nifty and the Nifty Bank are extremely flat. There is no movement there whatsoever. But the broader markets also, they staged a very smart rebound yesterday. Both the mid-cap and the small-cap index were up 2.5% each. And the small-cap index would like to continue that momentum. And in case that happens, it would be the first positive week for the small-cap index in nearly 2 months. So we'll keep an eye out on the broader markets as well. The gold financiers will be in focus today as well, because the gold prices saw some retreat overnight. And another sector to watch out for will be PSUs, because if the market moves higher, high beta tends to move higher faster, as well as we saw yesterday in yesterday's trading session. But IT will be a key roadblock to watch out for today, and the GIFT Nifty is indicating a slightly lower start today. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Yes, that's the case. IT will be a big sector to watch out for. But apart from IT, there'll be other stocks in focus as well. Vamakshi has that list. Good morning, Vamakshi.
Well, good morning, Sonal. Like you rightly pointed out, IT stocks will be definitely some stocks that we will be keeping an eye out for, and that is because Accenture has lowered its guidance, like Hormaz pointed out, to 1 to 3% from 2 to 5% currently for FY25. They also see a further tightening in spending by clients, more so in smaller projects, and they also see further constraints in 2024 budgets due to weak macros. So keep an eye out on IT stocks. But apart from that, also watch out for Karnataka Bank, because the company has launched a QIP to raise funds with a floor price at 231 rupees per share. Texmaco has also launched a QIP to raise funds up to 250 crores. The floor price is at 162.88 rupees per share. Prestige Estates arm has acquired 62.5 acres of land in Indirapuram Extension NCR for 468 crores. Bharat Dynamics, the board has gone ahead and approved stock split in the ratio of 1:2 and interim dividend of 8.85 rupees per share. They've also appointed G. Gayatri Prasad, who is currently the General Manager of Finance, as the CFO with effect from March 21st. NLC India will be considering raising up to $600 million in foreign currency loan via ECBs on March 27th. Sarda Energy's JV Natural Resources Energy has received an LOI for composite license for Surajgarh 1 iron block in Maharashtra. Tata Chemicals has received a penalty notice of 104 odd crores from Income Tax Department. And lastly, keep an eye out on Tata Communications, because they are looking to hive off the company's new edged digital services business to its wholly owned subsidiary Nova Mesh on a slump sale basis, and this is for a cash consideration of 458 crores.
Okay, that's a long list. Thank you, Vamakshi, for joining us with that. And let's talk about all the cues from the F&O space. Mangnam is joining us now. Hey, Mangnam.
Well, you know, it is the Nifty that conquered the 22,000 mark once again in yesterday's trading session after what was a good trading session. Though the FIs, they continue to sell in the cash market, 1,800 crore worth selling, 3,200 crore worth purchased by the DIIs. The FIs, however, bought in index futures after a very long streak of selling. They bought about 440 crores, and as a result of which, the long exposure has inched mildly higher from 31% to 33% itself. And as a result of that as well, the FI net shorts, which were high at 95,000 yesterday, have increased or rather reduced to around 89,350 contracts. Nevertheless, there is still a lot of shorts in the system. And that explains why the Nifty could perhaps be in the range. The 50-day moving average has been conquered, 21,937. That would be a strong support at the lower end. And on the way up, 22,174, which is the 20-day moving average, would be a bit of a resistance as well. And option writers have positioned themselves for exactly this range. If you look at the 22,000 call, premium of 190, telling you near 22,200, there would be resistance. 22,000 put, on the other hand, has a premium of 90 rupees, telling you again that 21,910 could be an important support to watch out for. The Nifty Bank has also broken above the 50-day moving average. The next thing to watch out for would be whether it can conquer the falling 20-day moving average itself. The IT stocks, as everyone has been pointing out, will put a bit of a lid on the gains that we can see in the frontline index. We did see short covering in PFC and REC yesterday, and as we pointed out, SAIL has re-entered F&O ban, and the possibility of RBL Bank and Hind Copper coming out of F&O ban has materialized. So those stocks will also be in focus.
Okay, all right. Thank you guys for joining us and prepping us up for this trading day ahead.